to see it. We love to see
it's
it.
a good, you know, it's nice, but like I was venting yesterday, it shouldn't be a surprise though.
Yeah.
It ain't surprised when a white person open a business.
Word.
It ain't surprised when an Asian open a business. It ain't a surprise when no other race open a business but us. Why is that a surprise though? We built this country.
We built
took
it.
care of them white people's kids, and they said we can't be good parents. We fed you. Them kids are breast milk. We took care of your whole motherfucking house, but you talking about we not good enough to take care of our kids and be around this country? Get the fuck up out of here. You're just pissing me off.
Hold on. And I just know how you came in guns blazing. I'm so happy.
I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
I'm here for it. Yes. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right about everything you're saying. This our shit.
We only good enough when they think we good enough. When we can be used. No.
This is so true. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? No. I'm tired of being used. That's why I had to do this by myself, because I wasn't being used no more. You're not gonna use me to get the bag. Let me use you to get my bag. That's what the fuck I do.
Big fact.
I'm coming to San Francisco with you.
Big fact. No, seriously, can we shoot? And y'all, no, I want to sit. I'm here for all your energy.
I'm just like, I'm over this nonsense, okay?
No, it's true.
Over it.
I'm glad we done it.
I get a lot of support, and I'm not gonna go there, from the Jewish community and a lot of people that are white, not the white Karens and those kind of people. Most of my support has come from people that don't look like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. And the person that tried to bring me down was the person that looked like me, who tried to stop me from opening, which is crazy. So I'm not going to say is that
that's a good
that all people ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just every race got bad people. Let's just be honest. I don't like ignorant people, bad people, malicious people, haters. But it's just like, don't keep oppressing us and then sitting there putting us down when it's us that made all this shit happen that everybody's living on.
When you really get to the root of it,
don't say that we're not good enough.
We live in a place that not only wasn't designed for us, it was designed against us. So, our parents always told us, you got to work 10 times harder. That shit makes sense now. You understand it because it wasn't built for us. So you're working against something that already wants to keep you oppressed.
They do. And as soon as you know a little bit about it, it's crazy how everything is coming out. Even though you work hard and you're at the place, they don't think you should be at the place.
Yeah.
Why is that, sir? Why is that, ma'am?
Who set the standards for this? Like,
I worked this hard. You should be giving us a hand for working this hard and getting these hoops, because you had a connection, or you was a trust fund baby, or your parents put you in the right schools. We don't get to go when Black kids and Black people have a problem. We don't get to go to freaking boarding school. We can go to juvenile. When you call off for help, when your kid's in trouble, like I have when my son is in trouble, being a single parent, they told me they can't help me until my son get in the system. We don't have that. It's just all fucked up. Okay? Let's just be honest about it.
It's fucked up to the point where you feel helpless sometimes, because it's systemic. Like, it was built to
it is, and they'll keep doing it. You'll try to break the curse, and then they'll come and try to reinvent the curse on you by the way they treat your kids. It's just like, when does it stop?
Yeah.
So I had to do this cannabis. I didn't even smoke weed in high school. That's crazy. I used to be on all my friends' names like, oh God, you on the store? That's crazy. I used to be talking about everybody like, stop. I used to get high so much. I'm like, oh Lord. I was like, but I had things to do. Like, at the time, I was like living on between homes. I needed food. I didn't have clothes. I had bigger problems. I wasn't really trying to get high. You know what I'm saying? I had to think about what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? All types of things, so maybe
How did you get into the cannabis space? How did you get into this industry, coming from not smoking and not indulging in cannabis to
I started smoking.
Going all over?
I had to start getting anxiety. And when I moved to Charlotte, of all places, I'm like, Cali, I can't even get no weed. Like, what is going on here? So I developed, my dad lived there, and he was like, you need to be careful if you get lost, because they get you over here. I'm like, oh Lord, you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting lost, And there's a little different in San Francisco. You can get off the exit quick. I'm from the city. Like, you go over there, you be in a whole nother place and all in the woods, you know, and I would just start getting anxiety every time. Like, and so I had to smoke cannabis. And of course I met some dudes that has some cannabis, some weed, what they called it back then. And so then I had some, you know, start smoking again. And then, yeah, and then I had a crazy journey in Charlotte, bought a house, lost my first house at 28. Long story short, my dad, you know, I had problems with my dad had got incarcerated. You know, my house was in his name, and unfortunately, by the hands of my son, father lying and working with the government, put my dad in jail after helping him out. So, you know, it's been a fucking journey. And so, you know, what God said, He would bless you for your ashes. He blew. I lost everything, my first house, my investment, everything. I thought I would never be able to get back to the platform that I am at now. And when He said He blessed me 100 times over, okay, the house that I had, I loved it, but the house I'm going to get, the mansion I'm going to get, I'm going to be super excited for it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I lost everything, my house, my car. I had like a little, they'll call it Scooby-Doo then. My lifestyle changed drastically again. And I'm just like, well, what is going on? Why do God this is crazy. Why is God putting me through so much? I don't get it. And so then I moved to Atlanta, then come back to California. I was like, I'm not going back there. I hate it there. Like, you know, and then I never seen a lot of people like me, you know, like here it's way different in San Francisco, you know, so I met some people found some people that was selling weed that got back to California, and I started selling weed. That's how it happened, to like black market, traditional market.
Traditional market.
Yeah, I used those little connections that the guys trying to talking to me. I'm like, nah, we can get some money together. I got so much stuff going on. I can't go out with you. Let's try to get some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, period. So I started going traditional market for a minute. And then I just asked God, if you let me just get out this run and save some money and get back on my feet, I promise I'll stop so I can't be taken away from my son. And so I stopped doing it. And then I went into, you know, met a dude, he owned some clubs. And then I learned a lot. He kicked me out, and then here we go. So it came from a breakup, for real, like a breakup. And then my dad was talking about distribution while he was in jail, and then the breakup. And I was like, So I just put all that in together and started a delivery in 2016, 17, and here we are now.
So how long has the storefront, and just to backtrack a little bit, because we just jumped straight into the conversation. We didn't even introduce you, Queen, today. We just said like, but just to backtrack a little bit, we have Reese Benton, who is the owner of the first Black-owned dispensary in the Oakland area. Shout out to Pod Street Retail. Congratulations. Amazing. First of all, the first of the first. You are the pioneer. Oh, it's nice. Sexy in there.
See the store.
Wow.
Very nice. We have to come see this in person.
Yeah, we were talking about taking a trip up there and doing some content.
Very nice and spacious.
Nice.
It's our little butt ticker bar and our little.
I love it. We're gonna put some pictures on there. If you got some stills, do you have some stills on your website? Yeah, so we're gonna incorporate it into the CannaChat. So how long have you been open?
This is our 6th week. So this week we decided to open up later hours because we were just doing Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 6. And so now this is our first week open from 10 to 7. So we open up 2 more hours a day, and then we're gonna eventually open Monday through Sunday starting the 1st. Wow. And longer hours. So just working gradually towards that, building a good team and close-knit wellness family.
Tell me about your process from like getting it in your head. You had the delivery service, and then you said, you know what, I want to do a storefront. Like, what was that process like, and how did you actually go about doing it?
Well, actually, what happened was I thought in my brain, okay, eventually I want to do a storefront. But honestly, I never thought it would happen. Like, this wasn't I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I never thought this would be my life. I'm a hairstylist. I'm still a hairstylist. I'm a cosmetologist by trade and a fashion stylist, or whatever. So, this really wasn't like, it was kind of like a joke when not a joke, but like to prove to this dude, like, whatever. But then I started going to clubs and I was like, I don't like this weed. I don't know what I'm smoking. I can't get help. Everyone's watching me. And so I was like, that's when I curated the menu where people can have the best stuff, and I'll go pick it for the delivery. Then I was like, it'd be nice to have a store, but shit, I don't own a house. I don't have any money. My credit's bad. Like, it was just like everything you could think of is the reason why this could not happen. You know what I'm trying to say? But I guess I never really tripped. I was just like, I wanted to do it and just kept working and meeting different people. And before you knew it, like, just things start happening. I swear to, like, God just started putting everything in a path to make this happen. I started my business with $16,000, my first part, the delivery, to sell. And then I sold part of it to a company which afforded me the money to do this. And so that's what I did. I got a license early on because I helped with the equity program here in San Francisco with district supervisor at the time, Malia Cohen, and then Nicole Elliott, who now is the governor's right hand for Cannabis. So we curated a program here, which I was asked to do and with a few other people. And so then, of course, I qualified for the program. And then, and then I just ran with it. They don't have any funds in San Francisco. We still are working to get funds. So there's no, really nothing to help you, but other than you have an equity ID and you can incubate with some people, a big person. And that's what most people have to do, because that was the only way. I mean, you don't even hear most businesses having a sole owner. So, me being in cannabis and being a sole owner is just rare in business anyway, for any kind of big business. But I know in one of my articles, and I said in 2018, I'm gonna own my own store. I will do injustice to my community, to my mom, to my grandparents, to all my immediate family that died from crack, to sell them out when this is not enough. People think getting this equity, this is enough. No, because I have half of my family is gone. My mom never met my son. I can't talk to her. My grandparents was affected by it. They were using drugs. Like, this could never replace the effect that is having, even with my own child, because he doesn't know his grandparents. Like other people, kids want grandparents, so he's affected too because his dad is, just the whole thing. So it keeps going on. If you're not strong, it just doesn't stop, and so like I have to keep faith in my son and keep instilling in him, you can do whatever. And I've always told him he can do whatever, he can do whatever. Am I hard on him? Yes. Do I get frustrated? Yes. But God just made this happen, like I said. And then the crazy part about it is that the people that gave me the money for the other license, they're not even on my license. I got it back. So I got everything for free, basically. And that is unheard of, because just things happen where I got it back. We are still friends. And so I literally got a business, and I did some business with some Canadians, Cresco Labs early on. It was called Royalty at the time. And people thought I was crazy. They're like, she don't know what she's doing. I got free shares from them. And I cashed that out to put a deposit on the space that I didn't have. People talk a lot and, and judge a lot, but then they're still where they're at. And I'm elevating because people are not open-minded, about things, and they're not risk takers. Like, I've lost so much in life. I have nothing but a risk to take right now. I have nothing to lose, at this point.
Yeah. Now that's how you're a strong Black woman. Just because
being a hustler. Because my next question was, do you feel as though being a Black woman has helped you or derailed you in some ways? But I know for a fact your hustle did it. You know what I mean? Your hustle and your mindset. Do you feel as though if you were a white man or your journey, obviously all our journeys would have been easier, but your journey in opening the dispensary would have been easier? Sure,
of course. If I think about it with somebody different, of course it would have been easier. But one thing about me, when I step up to that thing, I always tell people I'm a man for real. I'm in a woman's body. I don't play them games. I know what I want. I go hard. People be like, you a pit bull. I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't playing no games. I'm fun. I like girly stuff. I like to eat, watch my Instagram. I like to go shopping, you know. But when it's time for business and it's time for real shit, I'm a whole different person. It's like I am crazy, like not crazy, but in a bad way, crazy in a good way. And I'm very stern, and I know what I want, and I'm willing to walk out on a deal that I'm not comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what's meant for me and what God has for me. I don't have to belittle myself. I do not have to undervalue myself for what I need in life. And I think we have done that in life, you know, just as a community as a whole, because of what we've been taught. Like our parents tell us, oh, you know, you're never gonna be as good. I mean, you know, or it takes us so much to get there. That's not the American dream. You know, we get told that. So in our mind already, we're thinking, oh fuck, we're never gonna have shit. You know, so we gotta stop doing that to our kids and to our people. Like, oh no, we need to tell them, yes, out there, let's find the resources. There's always some resources, but we don't know about the resources. They put resources in different communities. They don't put it in the communities they need to, because they know no one thought I'll make it, even the people that created this program. With what? Okay? I surprised the hell out of everybody, even myself. But when you got God where you, can't nobody mess with you, and that's what it is. You know?
And to add to that as well is that we're taught subconsciously as a race, and just as women, period, and men too. So I can't just say women, but we're taught subconsciously as a race that they're going to be one. So they're going to be one big person in the industry.
Exactly.
Those like crabs in the barrel, down. And it doesn't even have to be like that. Like something that you said earlier that stood out to me, and I wanted to bring back on the table, was that people that don't look like you embraced you, and the people that do look like you
don't embrace you.
It's
I want to work with, and I ain't gonna say no names, and been reaching out to them for a year. They supposed to be the first black something to do something.
Hey,
on the line. And when I do, they want to put a poster or watch because they in their feelings. Why you in your feelings? We all got different routes. Who gives a fuck about history? I shouldn't even be making history, because if we had an even playing field, this would be every day in that motherfucking history. Period.
Yeah.
Okay. So when people get mad,
you win, I win.
Nowhere in life because of this right here, that right there. You so busy worried. Even my own sisters and family members, you so worried about who's gonna be first, second, or third. Be mad at God. Because God is the controller, the ruler, the person that put the journeys out there, and you didn't do your journey right. Go keep learning the lessons so you can be elevated. Stop hating on somebody. Give to somebody when you hurting.
That's what I really wanna, like, you know, talk to our community. Like, when you win, I win. When I win, you win. Like, we're setting standards for each other, and we're paving the way for each other. Like, this is what we're working together.
Exactly.
For good, not working against each other.
Exactly. And when people see you doing stuff and see it's hope, when someone sees something like them, I used to look at models, and I didn't see that many black models, but just like Cardi B say, I used to be on the train looking at models like I'm gonna be that one day. Swear to God. You know what I'm saying? And be inspired by the people that was there. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, people choose their life, and we so hopeless because our confidence has been taken from us and our hope has been taken from us, that we just trying to live every day. We trying to survive, that we don't even have time to even do what normal people do every day.
Right. It's hard for us. I always tell my mother this.
Happen. We're trying to feed our kids. We're trying to catch up on bills. They built that freaking, everything they built is to hold us back. When they do the paycheck thing, that's for us. And then we get held back, and then all this stuff. And then the jail system. We get our people in jail now, the same money the government giving them monthly, they giving it to the person in jail from collect calls and the trips. And it's a systematic thing. The money is going back. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, we are going to do a lot of community stuff because my people is gone.
Yeah.
A lot of them. And they want to blame other people. Yeah, we got this, we protested and make equal rights, but you can't even act right with your own people. So let's get right with us and make them act right with us. But let's talk about the hate in the community. Are you robbing from your own people in your community? Are you killing your own kind? Why? Because you don't want to see that person do better than you, or because you got so much hurt in yourself and you hate yourself so much that you don't even care about the next person because you have nothing to live for. And the white man created that when they put these drugs out here and took our parents. They put these drugs here in the Reagan administration in our community once again. The heroin didn't work back when. Then they came back with something else. They gave it to our strong men that were smart enough to run corporations, put it in their hands. They came kingpins and destroyed their own because that's all they knew. That's what they were trained to do.
Yeah.
You know, and now the effects of that is that all these kids got grandmas and crackhead moms and dads. Or they don't care because their mom wasn't there, so they don't train their kids right. They don't have love, so they don't give love. They don't get hugs, so they don't give hugs.
The chain reaction.
It's a chain reaction. It's bigger. It's the bigger picture, like Lil Baby said.
It is. It's systemic. Every decade, America does something to hold the Black community back. Exactly. In the 70s, what happened? They said, you know what? You can't go to trade. In the 60s, all of our grandparents had great jobs because in high school, they got a certificate to get a trade. In the 70s, boom, take that trade away. In the 80s, boom, what we going to do? We going to throw crack at y'all. So either y'all going to become a kingpin or you're going to become a crackhead. In the 90s, what we do? The Clintons came along with the 3 strikes and you're out. Everybody getting high and selling drugs.
You already got 3 strikes because
there's things to break us down. What can we do? I know Dee and I have been having this conversation lately when it comes to how the hell this healing plant is derailing lives, like completely ruining lives. There are people sitting in jail for dime bags when corporate America are about to become trillionaires.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, my son was in Tennessee and he didn't have a record. He went to Tennessee and he has cannabis on him at a joint or whatever. And now he has a record and now he's because of that. And if he was here, he wouldn't have a record. So it's crazy to know when I go to different places or I got partners that are different places and I'm delivering or got selling weed and they're like, this is unreal because I will go to jail. Like, so it is where they come here to visit and they see how it's going. It's like, what just happened? Like, and it's like they are only doing this for just so we can shut up. That's why they did the equity. That's why they talking about letting people out of jail. That ain't enough because now you done ruined their life. Now they can't get certain stuff. Now that one charge led into another charge to another charge. So are you going to fix all that? That probably cost that person thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars of their life and their time. So no, you can't fix that because if you did, y'all wouldn't go broke because you got the money. We just seen that. Okay. Y'all just ain't gonna do it because if we got our minds right and we got a little bit of power back, y'all wouldn't like it because y'all wouldn't want to be treated like the people that keeps treating us like this because it's not everybody. They would want us to be close again with like the gangs that are used to protect the communities. You know what I'm saying? That's what the gangs were for. You know, they wasn't here to fight against each other. They were here to protect us and protect what we had, our asset. We just have a lot of to do, and I'm not sure in this lifetime, you know, it needs to be a whole restart.
A restart.
I hope that all the evil people that was evil, you know, and that made this world bad, come back in to feel what the pain that they put the other people through, so they can see how it is. Or maybe the world just come back where we don't have to deal with this pain. You know, like it's crazy. Right. And I need to make a difference to show people you can be whatever you want to be, big or small. Success does not mean dollars, and I think a lot of people get success mixed up with dollars and items and things. Success is when you complete a goal that you're passionate about and you're successful in that, right? And it can be anything. It can, you know, so I think a lot of people get success and money mixed up, especially with Instagram a lot. You can see different things and you want to be different things because you see this, but don't sell your soul to be successful in any route. Like,
no, it's true. And that's why this conversations like these are so important to our people. And you coming from North Carolina, so you know what the East Coast culture is like with cannabis. It's like, what? You doing what? It's like, it's a taboo. So that's why we created She Blazing, because when we started seeing all of the advantages that the West Coast have and the East Coast is still behind. We needed to bridge that gap to give that education to our fellow East Coasters, right? And educate them through people like you. Let them know that there's programs that's like this, social equity. There's people that's like you and me and them that went through hardship, but can also overcome it through cannabis, right? And what that might look like in their town when it comes to their town, and be prepared for that, and how to fight for that.
Yes, when it comes, or if you see it or you want it in your town, get with some lawyers, get with some people that are serious, and talk to your local representatives and see, like, listen, we want to do this. We think y'all should do an equity program, X, Y, and Z. You know, sometimes, you know, me and people that I do business with, we create our own lanes. I go after what I want. I would ask for a meeting for something that's impossible. Like, I will ask for I've had meetings with Green Big Bergs, Jay-Z's partner, before I even had a bag with my logo on it. You know what I'm saying? And I was bugging him for a meeting, like, how can Rock Nation and Posh Green work together? Back then, it was a year and a half, so he didn't see it, but guess what he did? He did meet with me. He did take his time out, and he's built billions of dollars of companies with Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying? So, and he's a Black man that's very inspirational, that's done, you know, Big Bergs, you know what I'm talking about, from New York? Yes, so, but who would have thought? But when I manifest and think about it, you can do these things. Even with the Cresco, the Canadians, I had one of the first deal with them back in 2018. You know, people was like, what in the world? Yes, when they hit Yahoo News, even a lawyer wouldn't even work with me because he thought I was lying. He said, why would they want to work with you? You have nothing. So he wouldn't even represent me. And guess what I did, representing myself? I've been my own lawyer up until about a month ago.
That's right. Yeah. I'll look over the contract. Thank you.
Thank you. Write that in terms. I don't know what all them legal things and them numbers is. You get your legal numbers over here and write me a term sheet. That's one sheet where I can actually understand. Okay? And then we can do a deal, because if somebody really want to deal with you, they will go up, above and beyond to get that deal done.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. That's very inspiring that you created your own lane and you decided, like, you know, this is what I'm going to take. I'm not going to take any less. And this is the standards I'm setting for myself. I'm not looking at someone else and saying, oh, I want to be like that person. I'm setting these standards for myself. And people look at you like you had 3 heads. So
I got like 30 heads. I don't even know. I fell asleep on the computer last night. I'm like, oh God, I want to eat dinner. Didn't have time to get breakfast this morning. I'm like, but we're building a great team, and I'm so hands-on. I like working. I mean, I got a lot of other things going on, and I need this to distract me to keep off my own personal things that the system will get you, you know. So, and I like to be positive, and I like to spread joy to people, you know. So, you know, in the work.
Definitely gave us so many jewels. Oh my gosh, this was really inspiring, especially before we got planned. Like, we might need to retire. I don't know. We might need to retire.
Reese, I really wanted to dig more into the community initiatives you're planning for Posh Green. Also, just to let you know, we are here as a support, whether it be the relationships, resources, whatever it may be. Hey, sister, just to let you know, we are here.
Well, where my store is located, it used to be, it's like projects right across the street. Let's be honest about it. Before it was, and there's like this is a whole dominantly African-American community. I didn't grow up over here. I grew up in a different community in Ingleside where there's no projects over there. It's kind of more like the suburbs, but that don't mean crack didn't affect it. You know, and my family grew up. Some of my family and cousins live over here, and this has been a community where someone got shot literally yesterday, around. I was like, what in the world? I was like, oh Lord, all the customers get in here, like, but it's getting gentrified, you know. So now it's a little different. Nobody wouldn't have opened a business here before, and so I'm the first person. It was a spa down the street. First person in the cafe decided to open when they seen us put out all the papers to open. And so there's a lot of work to do. Just like I said, somebody got shot right there yesterday, you know, and 4th of July, a little kid got shot by a 6-year-old, right on the next block, like literally not even a mile away. And people are like, oh my God. I'm like, you're right. Oh my God, you got the 6-year-old Then you got the 16-year-old who has no morals, no nothing, because his confidence took and his parents is not there probably. He probably don't have no food. He probably get teased when he go to school because he hasn't had a haircut. He's hungry. His clothes is dirty. I've been there as a kid. Yeah. So it's like he don't care. So now we got 2 lives taken. This kid is going to go to jail, of course, because of the crime he committed. He's going to be in there. He doesn't have no one that loves him, nothing. So now he's lost. He's angry forever. And there's no rehabilitation. So he's going to come out here with the same attitude and be put back. Just thinking about that hurts my heart.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do, instead of all this cannabis, let's get people out of jail and expunge their records. No, let's do some proactive work in the community. Let's make sure these kids have boxes, food, some home information so they can call if they're getting abused at home. Let's have some type of program like we used to have when I was younger, when we can go to the community and get free lunches and go get free going to parks and stuff like that. Like I was able to have that. They had that. You know, people look at me and don't think I've been through any of that. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm not being funny. People look at me and think, oh, you have to work a great life, you know, because of how I keep myself. That is far from true, you know. And I've had to stand in the free cheese lines. I've had the free, I've had the powdered milk, the powdered eggs, the powdered sugar, you know, but they don't even make that available now. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be able to have packets for kids. We need to be able to show kids more than just whatever. You know, I meet a lot of grown men who ain't never even left out of where they from. Is that scary?
Yeah.
You're scared to go out in the outside world because you don't feel accepted. I'm like, what in the hell? There's so much fixing to do. I know I can't make fixing in my lifetime, but I hope that I'll be able to do enough and that, you know, my son and his kids can keep carrying on and fixing. You know what I'm saying?
And do you get a lot of the community to come to patronize your store? You actually get
people really come here from everywhere. They really contribute and, you know, to the message and what I'm doing, and I appreciate it. I'm so grateful and so blessed that everyone comes by and want to be a part of that and contribute to what we're doing, because we're on this spot, number one, and then two, we're going to do good with our money. We're not here to just take from the community and not do better and show better. You know, that was my whole goal, and that's why God has put me in a position, because you know I'm going to do what he would do as himself. I want you to do his Christian things on this earth, and that's what people don't think. Christian is not what people put in their own words. A Christian is doing right and loving, and that's what God says. It's not saying a Christian is a white person, a black person, a yellow person, and that's not, the Bible don't say nothing about that. People make up their own rules, and this is a plant. This plant came from the earth. God made every seed here, so who made this seed? The Lord himself. Every other drug people use is chemists in there cooking that stuff up, cooking it up to fry your brain.
Prescription drugs.
Exactly, that is making all these people crazy because they losing their mind, and it's them drugs that they've been given since they were kids in elementary school, and talking about they had ADHD. A kid is going to be a kid. A kid is going to be hyper. A kid is going to want to, it's curious. Your kid don't have ADHD. You just can't deal with him because he's a kid or she's a kid. So it starts at a young age, and then you're just conditioned to take these drugs all your life. You know, it's just like, we just need to change.
It's so much change to do. And like you said, we're not going to see it in our lifetime. But I do pray that my grandkids, great-grandkids, great-great-grandkids see it. Yes. Because, and it's the roots and the foundation that we lay now. Us yes. that we're conscious and we understand we need to make a difference. So with that said, She Blazing is here. Whatever initiatives, giving back to the community, whatever you do, please invite us, extend an invitation to us, because we'll be there with open arms to support whatever we have to do to change it, to change the narrative.
We'll see. We're working on something with a real big company, and we're hoping they come with, we told them what we want to do. Of course, they was thinking about something else. I'm like, nah, we need packets now. We need it now. We can't wait until they in jail. We need it now. And they're like, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, so what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? I like that.
So
you coming through now?
Yeah, Put your money put your check where your mouth is. Put your resources where your mouth is, and let's do something.
Tianna, didn't some people had some questions for Reese?
A few, yes. Let's hit up Instagram. How much did you invest to start your business? I feel like you already spoke to this.
So when I started my delivery service, I had $16,000. I was working like 3 jobs, Postmates, delivery, and hair on demand. So I was hustling 7 days a week. Then I finally just went out on faith and just did all delivery. So I have a separate license from here, a separate location that I got when the program in 2018, because I had it since 2017. And so this one to do this actual business, this location, it costs like around $350,000, $400,000.
And that includes building, product, license.
And I didn't even do a build out like most people do, because mine was kind of turnkey, but I did custom cabinets and stuff. But most people spend more. It's from rent, it's from insurance, it's from licensing, it's from products, it's from the licensing products is high, and then when you do the cameras and the security and all the permits and all that stuff, it's starting to get costly. Insurance is super high, and then rent.
Yeah, but let's not even forget that you had your license first. A lot of people are renting and waiting for their license.
No, now when I got this, it's the same thing anywhere you go. So my other license, that's a separate license. So my delivery license has its own address, which is downtown San Francisco. This license here is retail. So when I actually secured this space in 2018, I had to pay rent until I actually opened.
Oh, really? You had to do that? Okay.
So that's why I said you need the money. You need to be able to pay your bills. No, everyone here in San Francisco, that's how it's done. I'm not sure how it's done in other places, but they make you secure the lease, and you might get someone nice enough to not make you pay. Like we had an LOI for a second, and the owners was letting us do it for free for a few months, but I just didn't want to lose the space and someone come up over here and pay, offer her money that I didn't have, or whatever. And so I was like, please, let's just sign the lease.
Someone else who rented for 8 months before they even got their license, and out here in LA. Unfortunately, Chicago is not letting you. They don't have that rule in place. So that's pretty cool. At least they're there.
I think LA is doing something different where you don't have to do that.
Maybe now
it's crazy. Like
that's 2 years ago, and the same thing. It's ridiculous.
I think
they're trying to deter you from doing everything.
It's crazy.
They're trying to deter you from actually.
And then people with the big checks can afford that.
It's nothing to me.
It is a deterrent. Like honestly, it's like when I think about it, I'm like, I didn't even open a salon, and that was way easier. Like, but when you give me a challenge and it was something, this was what I was supposed to do. Like, this is what I was supposed to do, which is crazy. Like, I totally
everything led up to this. Right here, this
moment in your life. And my journey, I'm just walking on it because this is way different. I had people with cancer in remission, all kinds of stuff that's happened over my time doing this. So this definitely is bigger than me. Every day I'm surprised by everything that happens and the support and everything. So, I think faith is the biggest part of this. Like a lot of people say they have faith, but I think people don't have faith. They have faith and then they have fear. You can't have both.
Yeah.
And I think people, when you start just living by faith every day and knowing stuff is going to happen, expecting stuff is going to happen, and just walk.
Wait, hold on.
Reese, did we lose her?
Hey, Reese, I think we lost you.
It looked like her Wi-Fi might have went out, or her service or something.
Yeah.
She's frozen.
Right.
Oh, here
we go. For the journey, thanking God that He chose me, thanking God that He has the answers to everything, and nothing comes by Him by mistake, that He knew all.
I think
I know, and she's giving a word.
I know, she's giving some good jewels right now.
Even
just from an inspirational, motivational, I'm motivated.
My faith, like I have, and know that God had a journey, because I definitely didn't plan this. I definitely didn't come up with the resources for this. And then I just keep walking every day, and he keeps making it happen because I keep believing in what he already promised. And the reroute was better actually than what I wanted. So I'm actually happy for the reroute, you know, of what he did. And at first I was so upset and devastated, but sometimes the reroute is way better than what you had planned. And stop trying to make it your plan. God had his own plan. You just walk in faith and keep going towards whatever. And if it's a little reroute, a little turn, it's the reason for that. It's the reason why you met that person. Everything always comes to full circle as you go in life. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone's seen something like, oh, that's why that happened. Oh, that's why that person came to the same place. That's why that meeting was canceled because this person supposed to have been. It's just a lot of things you started seeing, and it's a reason. And when people get off course and stop believing, that's when you stop manifesting.
Yeah, no. That was definitely Jews you just dropped. I mean, I was gonna ask you what would be your advice for someone that's opening up a dispensary, but that was it right there. Like that was perfectly said.
You want to do, like you need to keep going, be open-minded, learn from anything. Learn from your friend that's opening a business instead of hating. I've learned from friends opening a business for years. That's actually my advice. Learn. Like the position I am, I never thought a person like me coming from my background, because I used to judge myself, and when I did date people that were fluent, I didn't think I was good enough, because who we gonna bring to the wedding? Some crackheads? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, just like, oh Lord. So I would get myself out of relationships before it ever started. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't know my worth until I was in my 30s. People thought I did. I used to do things, get fluid out, be with the best of the best, but I didn't know my worth, even if people thought I knew it, because I wasn't living in my full thing, my full life, and knowing, yep, I can do this. Nope, I don't have to take that. Nope, I don't have to deal with that, and so we got to get our confidence back. We can do it. We don't have to. Maybe it seemed like the opportunity ain't gonna be there because you didn't do certain things. That opportunity wasn't for you. You don't have to compromise yourself or nothing for what God got for you. And sometimes God will separate you and won't let your friend give it to you, or won't let someone give it to you, because he won't get all the glory for it. And I'm happy he did not let me get anything from anybody else, because then they'll be saying, oh, that's because I wanted her $1,000.
Yeah.
I gave her. No. Nobody can say none of that, because God gave it all to me. Okay, so he's only the one that's gonna get it, and I'm happy that none of the people, because they will still be harping on that to the day you die about how they made this happen. So don't get mad and discouraged when that friend that you didn't help 1,000 times don't want to help you, or that person don't give you the resources that you didn't give them. It's okay, because God got all the resources and got all the connections.
I think we need to end it there, because that was perfect.
Jules, like, listen, I'm always learning about cannabis and breaking into the space on these conversations, but now I feel like you giving me some big girl, grown woman talk. I'm like, yes, no, know your worth. Like, let's start talking about that. Black woman, yes, I done been in the best rooms and in this and that. I really am just learning my worth. So to even sit and hear these conversations about women like you have accomplished, certain things, and we're all looking to build, I'm like, damn, I'm not alone.
No, you're not. And women look at women and think that. I'm like, no, it took me a long time, and if I would have known it when I known it, my life would probably be way different than what it is. And it's okay. I learned it late, but now I know, and you'll never take that away from me. You'll never take that away from me ever again. But you know your worth. You don't have to have a degree to. Not saying people with degrees are not smart and stuff, but I've been to school, but I never thought I can go speak at Stanford. I was asked to speak at Stanford. I'm like, what? Like, of all the prestigious schools, they're listening to me talk to them about CBD and things. I'm asked to be on a task force with the mayor in San Francisco. I never thought a person like me would be sitting at City Hall doing different things that I'm doing, and being able to be me and talk like this, and be able to smoke my cannabis and be Reese, and be Reese, you know what I'm saying, and still be able to mingle with the people that is the people, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I can be me, but, educated me, and, you know how to act in different environments, and you just, be true to yourself. There's a lot of people that is faking and conforming and doing stuff and not true to themselves because they want to get ahead. And that's where we get all these coons from, because they want to be like people, because they want to be in the circle. Okay, you want to be the only one. It shouldn't be the only one. And when you said that, I forgot to piggyback off that, but we got to stop doing that. And the reason we feel like that, especially in cities like this, is because it is only one. And it's usually only one. Even when I work in the salon, because I work in salons, it's just me. And then the reason why my name is Reese and not Reese is because they'll be like, the pretty Black girl. They could never remember my name.
That's
you know, so that's where Reese came from. When I used to go to the South doing hair, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, let me just change it. Maybe it's easier, you know, or whatever. But you're always the one in everything. So that's why we're like, well, she gets to be it, then no one else can do it. No, that's not true. Because in other cultures, it's 10 on that block. We don't have to. We're setting that limit. We're putting that in our head because of back in the house nigga days. It was only one that can be in the house. So that's where that shit comes from.
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly how
Stop getting that mentality, because I have sisters and we're all different shades and they're talking about light skins and dark skins. Our daddy is brown skin, dark brown. Okay. Stop letting these people manipulate you to be against your own family members because of skin tones and stuff. Like, it doesn't make sense. That's how they divide, conquer, and separate us from that. You know, it's just, we got so much work to do and we need to work together.
A lot of work to do. And it starts with us, with our community.
Recognizing, and it's okay, like, okay, we messed up, now we got to do stuff. It's okay to be wrong. No one knows you're going to be right. God knows everything you do and know that you was going to fail at this test, but you was going to be good at this, and you just keep going, and that's what you do. Like, no one's perfect, but you perfect in the eyes of the Lord, and he's never going to leave you or forsake you, so you just keep going and keep going. And a lot of people are like, well, if it's a guy, why did this person die? I don't know. I have my mom, my whole family taken away. I don't know, but I know it's a purpose for everything.
Wow.
Agreed.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Reese. I'm calling you Reese, honey. I'm taking it back. You're taking it back. Thank you so much for being on. Like, thank you for opening up and telling us your story, because we really appreciate it. And I know it's people out there that really needs to hear this, you know, rather they want to be in cannabis or not. Like, they really need to hear that, you know, that they can do whatever they want and whatever they put their mind to. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For you being able to let me talk and encourage people, and then know, like, keep going, keep going. Your truth, your success is not someone else's success. That's yours. And it doesn't look like everybody else's. And success do not equate to dollars. Success equates to accomplishments. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.